Om Sahanavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let us say the verse together. Nirupavani Yaniram Shakiryakanve Vaitiri Sarva Vikalpanani Shunye Ghadayati Jagatisha Jiva Vedam Tvaghatita Ghatana Patiyasi Maya. So this Maya, who is clever? And as I said yesterday, it's clever as in the comparative. I'll turn this off. It's very, very noisy. So, clever. Patu means clever. And so we have comparative cleverer, and then superlative cleverest. Here the comparative is used. The cleverer Maya. Why not cleverest? Cleverer means cleverer than who? Than you. Okay, that's what the idea is. She is cleverer than you. Cleverest means what? She will be cleverer than Ishvara also. No. Therefore, yes, because see, there are two ways of making the comparative and superlative in Sanskritam. One is very simple. You add tara, patu, clever, patu plus tara. Hello, show me one side. Patu tara, patu plus tama, patu tama, cleverest, patu tara, cleverer. Then there is a more, what should I say, difficult way of coming at again with the comparative and superlative. You add the suffix es or ishtan. So es, patu plus es, the ukara goes away. Don't ask me how, because this is not a grammar class. And then, so then we have patiyas. And then we have to then make it feminine, patiyasi. Patiyasi, the cleverer Maya. Cleverer than you because we are hoodwinked by it, yes, but not cleverer than Ishvara. So when we catch hold of Ishvara, Maya slinks away. Maya becomes glorious. That's what it is. Maya becomes very, very beautiful and glorious when we understand the source of the Maya is God, Ishvara. And so we don't come under the spell of Maya, that's why she is cleverer. So this cleverer Maya, what does she do? Makes the impossible possible. By how? By creating differences. Differences in what? In me. In me in Sanskrit is called Mayi. Chiti, who am I? I am Chit. I am all awareness. Free of everything, complete, ever glorious awareness, and that is free of guilt, free of hurt, free of pain, free of sorrow, free of fear, and free of all these things that I don't want to be. I'm already free of, and in spite of that, what does she say? She creates differences. First, she covers me from myself. And then she creates differences. Bheda, second line, Bheda. Ghatayati, Bheda. Bhedam Ghatayati. What is Bheda? Differences. Between what? Jiva. Jivayoho Bheda. Between one Jiva and another Jiva. I am Jiva, you are Jiva, everybody is Jiva. And then I complain about all the jivas. and all the jivas complain about me. This is how we go through life. Not fun at all. I am different. You stay there. This is me. This is not you. This is all mine. And then, what is all that? If this much is mine, what is all the things over there? No, not yet mine. Soon to be mine. That's how the jiva thinks. Right now, you may call it yours. I'll let you call it yours, but I'm plotting. Yes. Let's see what happens. It's like taking a pickpocket to a Vedanta satsang. He gets very happy when everybody is meditating. Ooh. God has given me this opportunity now. Where is your wallet? This is what it is. So, the whole world is divided, mine, not yet mine. And that which is not, if it was mine and yours, it's just objective. But we are talking of vikshepa here, subjective. Why you have that? Well, I don't have that. I want that. How? By any means necessary. The ends justify the means. This is adharma. This is against every religion's teaching. Do not steal. Thou shalt not steal. This is what it says. You will not tell lies. You will not steal. This is what Bhagavad Gita says. This is what Bible says. This is what all the religions in the world say that. Why do they keep saying that? Because we keep doing it. That's why they have to say it. Otherwise they don't have to say it. Because we keep going against, this is what we call we don't call it commandments, we call it dharma, the golden rule. What is that? Do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Do not do unto others as you don't want them to do unto you. This is what brings us very close to God, Ishvara. Because there is no conflict in the heart, because I'm following the plan. I'm going with the flow. But Maya is not happy with this. What does she make me do? She makes me have my own flow. You know less. Have your own flow. But it's just a trickle. Doesn't matter. Have your own flow. Go against this. Be a born rebel. Go against the establishment, go against the parents, go against the siblings, go against the government. Oh, but I'll be in jail, doesn't matter. At least you would have had a good time till you went to jail. So go against. This is what it is. Maya is the effect of Maya in the form of not knowing who I am, not knowing what I want, makes me have complexes centered on the self. I have a sense of lack, I have a sense of incompleteness. Therefore, the whole world is divided in such that everything I have is mine, everything you have I covet. This coveting is a very difficult thing. You must not do that because it's already belonging to somebody. And even if you don't get it and you're coveting, you will be sad. Or if you're plotting to do something, then karma will be there. Karma will bite soon. As you sow, so shall you reap. That's what happens. Whatever seed you sow and water, that is what comes to bite. You don't even know what you have sown. You are watering it, but then this plant comes up. What is it? Fly trap. You put your hand there and it is a non-vegetarian plant. Yeah? That is an oxymoron. But then it has this kind of leaves that just comes and it has some digestive juices. Your finger is just digested. But you can't blame the plant. You only sowed it. You only watered it. You only nurtured it. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like putting your hand in the fire. And what will happen? Of course, the inevitable will happen. You will have a burn. You will go, oh my God. And if you tell the fire, why did you burn me? The fire will say, I didn't burn you. You were stupid enough to put your hand there. Yeah, this is what it is. So therefore, this whole sense of lack centered on the self makes me go away from other fellow beings. Because this is a dog-eat-dog world, full of competition. Our motherland in ancient India, zero competition. It was a land of zero competition, no competition at all. Whatever you did, your children did that. Why? Because it was easy. Everybody could could pursue moksha because your livelihood was secure. You didn't have to be strung out somewhere and then, how will I pass this exam? Oh my God, pre-med exam, pre-engineering exam. All this. Children are anxious even before they are graduating from the colleges. And then after graduating also, it doesn't become any easier. You have to fight to get a job. After you get the job, can you relax? No. You have to fight to keep the job. Then can you relax? You have got the job, you have been made permanent. No. You have to keep rising up. Are you a balloon or what? You have to keep rising in the company. Yeah. Ridiculous. But that is the expectation. You have to keep rising. I'm not a hot air balloon. Why do I have to keep rising? No, I have to become famous. This is the whole samsara, as Pujya Swamiji would say, is a life of constant becoming. I want to become famous, I want to become rich, I want to become more educated, I want to become more wealthy, I want to become more learned, I want to become this, that. This whole life of becoming is relentless search for perfection, and the sad truth of it is that that search for perfection is the truth of the seeker herself himself. Where is the seeker? Oh my God, it's just so simple, but we don't understand. And then so you have to keep rising up, and the country cannot hold you anymore because you're so famous, so rich, you have to go abroad and then try to make another life there, and then go do something there. And try to, and then you come back and now you have one more identity you have, I'm foreign returned, and I went and studied there, and I did something there, and then I have come back. So what? You have come back, okay, you come back, big deal. No, everybody should respect me because I came back from Germany, I came back from France, I came back from England. Who asked you to come back? I came back. In order, I thought you will at least have the decency to respect me. All rubbish. All this is just jiva bheda. In ancient India, it was not like that. See, even now in rural areas, we have a person who goes like this with the dangal. You hear some guru noise. And what does he hear? He hears that next Friday you will have some riches coming into your life. That's what he hears, and he will tell you that also. He tells you your fortune. Guru. You call him Guru Wala. And then what will he do? He will marry Guru Wali. And then they will, and their children also in the future become what? Guru Wala, Guru Wali. This is what happens. It is safe. They don't have to struggle. They don't have to compete. The whole of India was like that. Our motherland was like that. This was the ancient system. But now there is just confusion. There is confusion and there is just, climbing on the backs of other people to get what I want, where I want, and then in the process hardening the heart, not having any compassion, not having any peace. Oh, does that mean I shouldn't have ambitions? Somebody asked yesterday. Yes, you should have ambitions. But are you following dharma to gain those ambitions? Are you following the righteous paths? That is what it is. If you are following the righteous paths, you are on the right royal road of moksha freedom. I think that's why the ashram is in Mocha, because only one exists. That's what it is. So when I was coming here, somebody I met in the airport, I'm sitting there. So they said, where are you going? I said, Mauritius. Where in Mauritius? And I said, by mistake, I said, Moksha. So, because you see, that is how it is. If the freedom, moksha means freedom, freedom from this smallness, freedom from this vikshepa, freedom from avarna, that is moksha. Freedom from maya is moksha. Unless maya happens to be the name of your spouse, then nobody. There is? Oh, then she's hiding. Yes, no, you are Ishvara Shakti. You are glorious. So, that is what it is. That is what freedom is. And so, freedom is being able to see all other jivas as just an extension of myself. And that's very hard to do. So, first you Ishvarize the whole universe. You see everything as Ishvara. Everybody is Ishvara. In-law, Ishvara. Outlaw, Ishvara. Everybody is Ishvara. Everything is Ishvara. When you see that, then then the next step is that Ishvara, non-separate from me, and that is myself alone. I am everywhere, everything, all the time. Very beautiful. This is what we have to know. To understand that there is no Veda between Jiva and Jiva. They have their own karmic trajectory. I have my own karmic trajectory. I have to appreciate Ishvara in order to understand that there is no difference between me and you. I have to have an appreciation of Ishvara as what? Not as some guy sitting in the sky. That is not God. That is not anybody's understanding of God. So we have the truth of God, we understand in two ways. One is that which is transcendental. Transcendental means it doesn't come under the sphere of any of these pains, sorrows, everything. And we would say that transcendental aspect of Bhagavan is Satchidananda. And the other one is what? Immanent. Immanent means right here, right now, present. As what? As you. As him, her, she, it, they. As everybody, everywhere, all the time. So the immanent and transcendent. We can't just say Bhagavan is somebody sitting in the sky. It's not that. It is that which is manifest on this universe in the form of eternal, infallible laws. Law of gravity, is it a law or not? Yes. That's why I can walk firmly and confident. If the gravity is going to be present here today and present over there tomorrow, then we won't be able to get out of bed. Even in fact, the bed will be floating around. I will be so afraid. That's what it is. Gravity was not invented, it was there. Newton did not discover, Newton discovered gravity, he did not invent gravity. In fact, gravity had to be there for Newton to discover gravity. Correct? Yeah. Otherwise, Newton also would not be there because his mom would be flying around somewhere. Yeah. So gravity is there. Ishvara. All the gravity, all the forces. Gravitational force, strong force, weak force, electromagnetic force. These are all laws. That's why you can study them. That's why scientists, when they are in touch with their subject matter, what happens? They are one with God. They see God in the study. It's very beautiful. They see Ishvara everywhere as everything. And one very important manifestation of the law of God is karma. That there is an order. Oh, but what do you mean order? It's all disorder. My life is a mess. That disorder is included in the order. It's a mega order, which includes your perception, your concept of disorder is also included in the karmic order. Like that, we have physiological order, we have anatomical order. Wherever there are eyes, they will see. But the disorders connected to the eyes also have an order. There is something called glaucoma. There is a cure for that. What to do for that is already there. Why? Because it can be studied. If it can be studied, it is consistent. If it is consistent, it is infallible. If it is infallible, it's a law. That's what it is. Ishvara is manifest as so many laws in the entire universe, and so the law of karma is an important iteration of this, the presence of Ishvara. So what I have to do? Accept my karmic background. Matra devo bhava, pitra devo bhava, acharya devo bhava, atithi devo bhava. Be the one unto whom father, mother are an incarnation of Bhagavan. Oh, but they don't behave like God. In fact, they are very odd, okay? Because they don't behave like God. How can I see them as God? Don't worry about them. You accept the background. How to accept the background? Say that it is not an accident that these were my parents, that these are my parents. It's not accident. It's part of a law. Oh, but that person has very good parents. Yeah, go live in their house for some time. Then you will know. Okay? Yeah. That's how it looks like from far. From far it looks like that. Like the story of the little boy who saw on the hill beyond. And at 5 o'clock in the evening, he would see this house with golden windows. He said, I want to go there. I want to go to that house with golden windows. Every time I see that, I want to go there. So one day, after he was older, and he got a bike as a birthday present, he went there. And there he met another boy his same age. And he said, oh, I want to see the window, golden window of your house. No, that's over there. That comes at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning when the sun rises. That is, and the boy looks, it's his own house. So, like this, one is always wanting something one doesn't have because one doesn't know. And so, seeing this, seeing that everything is a law is actually very comforting. Karma doesn't make you fatalistic. Karma doesn't make you deterministic. Karma gives you a cushion through which to go through life. You can say, I don't know what I did, but somehow this is what I have to endure right now. There is a reason for it. And then we accept. See, accepting doesn't mean we put up with abuse. Because some of the questions that came in the break, one-to-one question is, if we are accepting and accommodating everything, what about people will take advantage of us? People will not take us seriously. It's like the story of the snake that was biting the people. Sadhu came by the village and everybody prayed, please tell the snake not to bite. Sadhu told, hey, snake, why are you biting? I just feel like it. No, stop. You must not bite the people. Okay, if you say so, then the snake stops biting. And then, after many days, months pass by, the sadhu comes back to the village. He can't even recognize the snake. And it's all battered, it's dying almost. And with his powers, he revives the snake. And then, with his magic powers, he prays to Ishvara, revives the snake, and said, what happened to you? I can't even recognize you. You told me not to bite anybody. Stupid snake. I didn't tell you not to kiss. I told you not to bite, but you could have gone. Scared the people. Yeah. You didn't do that. So we have healthy boundaries. You don't say all the jivas are one. So what? I'm moving into your house. No. Or I'm letting the whole world move into my house. That's not the idea. You have healthy boundaries. And in and through the healthy boundaries, you appreciate the other. And you appreciate that they are behaving in a certain way because of their background. You don't have to know what their background is. That you have a background, you know. That they also have a background, you can appreciate. That's how you grow into an accommodative person. And the more accommodative you become, Vikshepa Avarna back off. They back off. They say, okay, let me go catch hold of another person. This person is useless for me anymore. So Jiva Jiva Bheda. And then difference between Jiva and the Jagat. The Jagat becomes a scary place, or the Jagat becomes a place where all my unfulfilled is a reminder of all my unfulfilled wants. I see a house, oh, it's not mine, what's the use? I see something, I can't have it. And so Jiva Jagat Bheda, again because of Maya. And finally, what is that? Jiva Ishvara Bheda, difference between myself and God. And then, after all, this is, I cannot be God. Nobody is saying this literally that you are God. That is not the teaching. The teaching is that consciousness which you are, which is the truth of you, is also the truth of Ishvara. How? It's like the potato harvest. When you harvest potatoes, along with the potatoes come clods of dirt and earth. So before you can bring the potatoes home, you have to beat the potatoes on the ground repeatedly. And when you beat the potatoes on the ground, the non-potato falls off. Non-potato, clods of earth, roots, and all these things fall off. You have to do this first on the Jiva side, I. What is this I? Body. Body, anything that comes and goes, I discount cognitively. Does the body come and go? Yes, non-potato, okay? And then mind. Does the mind come and go? Don't even ask that question. Never mind is the only thing I can say about the mind. It's in fact already gone. Non-potato. Senses, indriyas, non-potato. And then my feeling, my prana, non-potato. And then what else will we talk about? Doership, non-potato. Experiencership, non-potato. What is potato? Satchidananda. That's the only thing. This is a consistent disidentification with everything that is not permanent. Disidentification with the impermanent. That leads to Swampada Vichara, an inquiry into the word you, which means I, and then what is that I? Satchit Ananda. You do the same thing on Ishvara's side. Ishvara-ness. The status of being Ishvara, permanent or impermanent? Impermanent because there are cycles of creation. In each cycle of creation, Ishvara is there. In between cycles of creation, Ishvara is there as a latent power, not as a latent king of the universe. So, creator of the universe, that is a status that comes and goes, non-potato. Oh, all Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, the power to know, the power to do this, the power to do that, non-potato. And then when we take away Ishvara hood from Ishvara, what is left? Satchit Ananda. And what are you on this side? Satchit Ananda. Don't say potato, okay? This side, what are you? Satchidananda. That side, what is Ishvara? Satchidananda. So, me and the Maker are one. That is how we say that. It's a very involved thing. No difference, really. Ultimately, no difference. But as long as the body is there, one is a bhakta, one is a devotee. One has to be a devotee. You can't just sort of say, I am God. People will think you're mad. Yeah, if you keep going around saying, I am God, and then you ask them for something, they will say, you just, make your own thing. Why do you need me? So, This happened to Kunchi Swamiji. He was in between two airports. He was going to catch a plane. There was a transfer somewhere. He was going to his gate. He was a little bit late going to the gate, so he was walking very fast. And somebody came and said, "You have to buy this book. This book tells you all about God." And Swamiji was in a hurry. Swamiji said, "No, thank you." And the man got angry. The man said, "You are not God." And Swamiji said, "If I was God, I wouldn't be running to catch a plane. I would already be at the destination." So we have to be clear that at which order of reality we are making this oneness. This oneness between Jiva and Ishvara is at what order of reality? Paramarthika. The ultimate, the absolute, absolutely when all the impermanent things are taken away, even the status of Ishvara is taken away, all that is there is Satchidananda. That Satchidananda wearing a miserable costume, lined with teardrops, is called Jiva. Complaining. Gets up complaining, goes to sleep complaining, in between also complaining. Yes. And that same Satchidananda wearing a costume of what? Glorious border, gold, silver, galaxies in the border of this wonderful cloak is called what? Ishvara. The same Satchidananda wearing a glorious cloak is Ishvara, wearing a miserable hoodie is Jiva. Who stitched these clothes? Maya. Yes. For Ishvara, she is all Shakti. She is a seamstress. Why do you call her a seamstress? Because she causes stress. Yes. And then she stitched this miserable clothes for Jiva, and then the glorious one for Ishvara. And so like this, Jiva Ishvara Bheda, the difference, the alienation, the longing that I am not Ishvara, the mistaken understanding, all this is because of one's own problems, one's own non-understanding and wrong understanding. Jiva Jagat Isha Bhedam Ghatayati. And what does she do? Makes the impossible possible. Next one. Shruti Shata Nigamanta Shodhakan Api Dhanadi Darshanena Satyaha Kalushayati Chatushpadadya Bhinnan Ghatita, together we say Ghatita Ghatana Simaya Shruti Shatanigamanta Shodhakanavya Ahadanavidarshanena Satyaha Kalushayati Chatushpadadya Bhinnam Ghatita Ghatana Simaya. What is Miss Maya doing now? Mischief. Okay, that's what she does. She is doing mischief in the second stanza also. And she is doing a number on all these people. Who are these people? Shruti, Shata, Nigamanta, Shodhakan. Shodhakan means researchers. Researchers of what? Shruti, Shata, thousands of Upanishads, thousands of Vedas, all the Vedas they know. The first portion of the Veda, Shruti, second portion of the Veda, Nigamanta. Nigamanta means Vedanta. So they know Veda, they know Vedanta where? Only here. Okay, they are researchers. They have not come and sat at the feet of the Guru and studied. What have they done? They are just researchers, academic interest. Why are you studying Vedanta? I want to do PhD in Vedanta. That means what? I want one more feather in the cap. That's all it is. Vedanta is one more feather. Like this, one person came to see Pujya Swamiji and he said, I have read Kathopanishad, I have read Kelopanishad, I have read Mundakopanishad, Mandukyopanishad, Mayapanchakam, this Panchakam, that Panchakam, everything else. I have done everything. What should I do now? He asked. If you have really studied, the Upanishads, you won't ask that question, what should I do next? This fir kya psychology comes because there is that restlessness. Fir kya, ab kya, uske baad kya, kya. There is no kya after studying this. After studying this, one is repatriated with a contented eye. There is nothing there to do. But he didn't know that because it was just shallow reading, self-study, DIY. What is DIY? If there is a book in the shop, DIY Vedanta, please don't buy. Do not buy DIY. Okay. So he just said all these things. Ab kya karo, Swamiji? What shall I do now? Swamiji said, please take up a job. Yeah, what else to do? And after he left, Swamiji turned to me and said, this is what I call enlightenment ahankara. Oh, I'm so enlightened. Pahunch gaya Mahatma. I have reached. I have gone somewhere. I have completely this thing. So, this is what the problem is. This is how the ahankara creeps in. Why? The doership hasn't gone. In the second line, it's talking about how Maya is manifest in the form of aham. Nothing wrong with aham. Aham simply means I. But the I notion attaching itself to various, what is that called, studies, various accomplishments, various objects, that is the problem. So Shruti Shata means thousands of mantras of the Veda, Nigamanta, thousands of Upanishads, the person has gone through. And it's no use to say, I have gone through 10 Upanishads. We should ask the question, if you say that to me, I will say, but how many Upanishads have gone through you? You have gone through 10. This is what Swami Chinmayananda ji used to say. You have gone through 10 Upanishads, I don't care to hear that. How many Upanishads have gone through you? This is a very interesting knowledge. This is not the kind of knowledge which is, all you are the doer, you are the knower. It knocks off the knower. Even we don't say, when we say the word Brahma Vidya, we don't say Brahmana Vidya, knowledge of Brahman. That means what? There should be two things, Brahman and knowledge. No, this is knowledge in the form of Brahman. The off is just figurative. It's like saying head of Rahu. What is Rahu? All head. A shadow planet which is head. And so, here what do we have? Here we have just that knowledge which happens to be yourself. And the potato harvest is done by the Shruti, with the teacher. The teacher unfolds this and with the help of the Shruti does the Shruti means Pramana. It activates the Pramana. The teacher takes care of the non-potato throwing away. And that in the Shastra, the methodology is called na-iti. The And then after that, what is left? Iti, that glory alone is you. That is how the Bhagavad Gita also is there in the second chapter. Achedyoyam, adahyoyam, akleshya, ashoshya evacha. Not this, not this, not this. Not that can be destroyed by fire, not that can be destroyed by air or damaged by water. This is Atma. And then later on, Nityaha, Sarvagataha, Shantaha, Sanatanaha, positively it is given. But first, the doubts are removed. So this knowledge cannot have a knower. This is the knowledge without a knower. So if somebody has a placard on their neck saying, I know Brahman, please back off slowly from them. No, don't choose them as teachers. Yeah, just back off slowly. Because you don't want that kind of a teacher, because it's very clear they do not know. Absolutely they do not know. Because the one who knows will never say I know, because one is one with the knowledge. This is unlike any other knowledge in the entire universe. In every other knowledge, there is difference between the knower and the known. So I am knower of this paper. Have I become the paper? No. Have I become the print on the paper? No. But the Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati, the knower of Brahman is indeed what? Brahman alone, nothing other than Brahman, or nothing other than Brahman. That is why this knowledge is different from all branches of knowledge. The person who teaches microbiology, professor of microbiology, after 30 years of teaching, does not become a microbe, does not crawl into class. They say, oh, the professor hasn't come today. Oh, I wish to go. I'll become a cockroach. Not possible. In no other branch of knowledge, the knowledge, and the knower become one. Only here, the knower and the knowledge becomes one, because the knowledge is that of the knower, the content of the knower, the truth of the knower. That alone is the knowledge. So here alone there is no difference at all. So therefore, the one who says, I am an expert in the Shruti, I am an expert in Vedanta, doesn't know anything. Doesn't know anything at all. So, what does Maya do to such people? With academic interest, they want PhD after PhD after PhD. One person came to me and said, I'm doing my third PhD. I said, oh, you poor thing. Why? Just enjoy life. Just enjoy life. Each PhD is taking 6, 7 years. 7 threes are 21. In that time, if you study Vedanta, you would have got moksha 3 times. Yeah. So why? This is the idea. So Shruti Shata Nivamanta Shodhakanapi. So even such stalwarts, even such well-lettered people, even such pandits of Veda and Vedanta, self-proclaimed pandits, and by extension we have to include all the self-styled God men and God women, who say, why do you have to go to Institute of Vedanta and study for so many years and think you are studying? Come to me, I will give you instant moksha. Yeah. How will you give instant moksha? I just put some whatever on your head, something on your head I will put, give you instant moksha. It looks very nice. It looks very instant. It feels tempting. At least let me go check it out. And then you come out exactly how you had gone in before. So you know, now you have seen for yourself that these quick fixes and all don't work. Atma Vidya is not difficult. It's neither easy nor difficult. It just requires an open heart and an open mind. That is the readiness. We greet it with readiness and she blesses us. This Vidya blesses one truly when you greet with readiness. That's all it is. I have to be ready. But here, all these pedagogues, these pedantic people, these shastric people who say, I know this, I know that, go with the head in the sky. Walk with the head in the sky. And there is a saying, pride always comes before a fall. Walk with the head in the sky, slip over a banana peel that somebody has dropped, and then what? Have an unplanned skating lesson. Okay? And then fall. This is what happens. And so, this knowledge is so precious because it is really unfolding the truth of yourself. The lizard agrees. It's unfolding the truth of who you are. And that you is already self-evident, already self-conscious, and already Satchidananda, already non-demanding, non-complaining, non-judgmental, appreciative, accommodative, contented, compassionate person. It's already you. Therefore, any amount of karma is not going to give this knowledge. Karma can only give 4 kinds of outcomes. If something is dirty, you can clean it. Like a copper pot, you can clean. Samskaryam, that is the extent of this. And then, or you can modify it, take 2 things and modify it into the 3rd thing. Milk and yogurt, you mix together, what do you get? Yogurt. You get curds. You get dahi. So, that karma can do. Karma can make you go get something. Something is at the altar, the prasad is at the altar, so I can walk there and get some prasad. Or if something is not there, I can manufacture it. So, janyam, manufacturing, apyam, going and getting something, samskaryam, cleaning, vikaryam, modification. These are the realm of karma. How are you going to do this? How are you going to get Atma knowledge by karma? Tell me. Which karma are you going to use? Are you going to clean the Atma? Hello, Atma is that which never needs cleaning. Are you going to put Atma and with something else and modify it and bring out something? What are you going to combine Atma with? Anatma. That's all it is. Nothing. There is nothing like the Atma. There is no, how many Atmas are there? How many Atmas are there? One. Don't scare me. One. Only one Atma is there. How are you going to get something else to mix it and make it into something else? You cannot. So then, Atma is far away from me. I have to go get it. Yes? No. Atma is the truth of me alone. So that karma is also gone. And Atma, I have to manufacture the Atma. Yes? No, Atma is not a product. It is the truth of myself. It is unproduced, unmade. It has no beginning, no end. And therefore, this Atma I already am. And what I know I happen to be. So I don't know the Atma as an object. You cannot know the Atma as an object. Pot thought comes, correct? And then pot thought is there, and then pot becomes, and supposing I show you pot becomes evident to you, and then everything becomes evident to you, and then, so pot is an object that you can objectify with your senses. You can see it, you can touch it, you can even smell it because it will have the smell of the earth. With 3 senses, you can even hear it. You go ping like that, the metallic sound may come if it's a metal pot, or if it's a clay pot, some earthen sound will come. You can objectify it with all the sense organs. You can even taste it, nobody wants to, but you can taste it also, it will taste like dirt. So, all 5 senses you can objectify. But Atma, how many senses can you objectify with? None. Because the objectifier is Atma. The truth of the objectifier is Atma. The Atma cannot be objectified. Oh, then how will I know? It need not be objectified because it is self-luminous consciousness, self-aware I. That's why we keep asking the question, are you here? Yes, is the answer. If you are here, you are not an object. You know you are, as the very truth of the subject. And so, since we are in the world all the time, what are we doing? Searching for objects, objectifying it. We make the mistake of trying to objectify the Atma too, trying to objectify Ishvara. Ishvara is not an object, you are not an object. And that's why we sit and sing sad songs. Darshan kab doge, so sad. Ghanshyam nath more, akhiya pyasi re, my eyes are thirsty, O Lord. Krishna, where are you? Meanwhile, Krishna needs a cough drop because he's shouting himself, oh, I'm in your heart. Yeah, I am you. I am the truth of you. He needs a cough lozenge, okay? Yeah, because his whole throat is hoarse. Teaching us 700 verses through the Bhagavad Gita, teaching us in the form of the Upanishads. Still, we become like these people. We think we know, but we are using the wrong tools. We are using the wrong tools. The pramana, the means of knowledge like eyes, ears, etc., are good enough for objects, but not good enough for the subject. To know the subject, I need a special pramana in the form of the words of the teaching, which comes and then removes ajnanam, removes anyatha jnanam, and then in its place, what is there? Glorious self-shining eye, free of fear, free of sorrow, free of problems, free of all kinds of samsaritvam, free of samsara. Some sorrow or the other is not there. But that's not these people, they don't understand that. And they have Ishvara allergy, they think they are the best, east or west. You say the word God and they get a rash. You say the word Guru, they get rash on the other hand. Guru allergy, Ishvara allergy. Why? Authority issues, Avarna, Maya. Yeah, inner Avarna. What is that? Unconscious mind. Father inconsistent, mother strict, all these things. They come out in the form of authority issues when the person is grown. Don't trust authority figures. And then somehow, because of some good karma, gets Guru Prapti, gains the Guru and gains the teaching or is ready to understand. All the unconscious comes out in the form of what? Attacking the teacher, attacking the teaching, and thinking teacher doesn't love me, they love somebody else. See, this is what one did when one was small. This is what one did when one was 3 years old. Mommy likes this one better, daddy likes that one better, nobody loves me. That is what one did. And so, this whole thing is rehashed, restaged, rehearsed. And so therefore, the ability to see the pramana, first I have to get over these issues. Mother issues, father issues, I have to heal that. How to heal that we already talked about by accepting that. That this is how it was because it can't be any other way. And so, when we accept the past, we are ready to go to the future. The future with Vedanta is always an extremely glorious future. Absolutely glorious future. And so, but that's not what these people have done. They have done some empty studies. Like a empty vessel makes more noise. That's all it is. It's all noise, nothing inside. They are shallow, pedantic pundits of the Veda, and with sweet talk, they know how to have this charisma and get the people. They can just say a few Sanskrit lines. Who will know? Nobody knows Sanskrit. Which is why we will always joke. A sadhu can always go get bhiksha, get food somewhere. Why? You just put bhi, bhi, bhyam, 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 and then it becomes Sanskrit. Ahamabhyam, Rishikeshabhyam, Agatabhyam. You know, and then people say, oh, very nice. Oh, Maharajji, come to our house. They will give you the red carpet treatment. So here they are bamboozling they are themselves fooled, they don't know. They think they are fooling everybody and they think they are charismatics, and such are the people who get lot of followers. These days, followers can be on X, previously called Twitter, yes, and Facebook. And this is all, there also it is very addictive. I have so many followers. And one small girl, 10 years old, 11 years old, comes and tells me, Swamiji ji, will you please like me on Facebook? I said, I can like you on your face. You are right here in front of me. I can tell you on your face, I love you. Why I have to tell you on Facebook? No, I'm collecting likes. This is what you do the whole life, my God. Collecting likes means collecting validation. Shame on us, really. And these people we don't even know. We don't know where they live. The one who has put one thumbs up, the one who has put one like. We don't even know who they are. And in case of an emergency, will they come to save you? Not at all. But still we are hankering after their validation. Think about us. So this is the kind of people who are who become enslaved by the people who think are following them. You think you are following them, but actually you become dependent on them. Your whole persona, your whole identity, your self-esteem, your well-being becomes dependent on who is following you. Tell me, who is following you? Who? Are you following them or are they following you? It's codependence. Very, very sad state of affairs. And so here, this is an ancient text. That time they didn't have Facebook and what's the other one? Insta and all these things they didn't have. So they were talking of real followers. So they get mugdha, deluded by the followers, but actually dependent on the followers for their very self-esteem, for feeling good, for their very identity. Who are you? I am the one who has 500,000 followers. Is that an identity? Because those followers will follow somebody else the minute you are not working very hard to keep them up through various gimmickry. So these are the people. Nigamanta Shodhakan. And then who else? Shatashruti, Shodhakan. These are the researchers. These are very shallow people who want some kind of a following. They want name, fame, riches. And then Maya obliges. What does she do? Ahaha. Ahaha means what? Ayyo. Oh no. This is ahaha in Sanskrit. Okay. Yeah. South India, we say ayyo. In North India, we say Hare Babre, ye kya ho gaya? This is the expression of dismay. Even the Shruti is sad here. Yeah. Shruti is also sad that these people have become so deluded that they are just leading this shallow life. So what does she do? Not Shruti, she Maya. What does she do? She kalushayati, corrupts them. Dhana means nirdeshanena, dhanadi nirdeshanena, kalushayati. She corrupts them by dhana. Dhana means what? Everybody should know the meaning of dhan. Dhan kya hota hai? Wealth, yes. By wealth, etc. Adi. Adi means the dhana is at the top of which list. That is what it means. So dhana, wealth, Name, fame, progeny, and then objects, ownership of so many things, items. And in olden days, cattle was also wealth. Nowadays, you just have one pet or two pets at home. That is also a form of wealth. So, all these things, using all these tactics, she deludes them. So, if you want the dog to follow you home, you just put a little bit of food, it will eat, it will follow, it will eat, it will follow. Like this person is. Little bit of fame, yes. Little bit of wealth, yes. Little bit of, some present, accolades, some trophy in some big ceremony. Yes. And therefore, Kalushayati, who are these people which she kalushifies, which she corrupts? Chatushpadadi Abhinna, they are no better than our four-footed friends. Chatushpad means four-footed friends. At least the four-footed friends are better. This is not actually a very nice comparison because we don't want to insult the dogs by comparing them to such people. Because the dog, poor thing, is programmed. It is programmed by Bhagavan. And it does not say, oh, I should find out I'm really God and there is a spelling mistake in my name. I should go study the Shastra. It has no such desire. As long as you don't abuse it, as long as you love it, it is there, it is fine. It's leading a happy life, it's happier than everybody. I told yesterday, I have not met a depressed dog. And if you come and tell me my dog is depressed, what will I ask you? How long it has been with you? That is what I will ask. So therefore, the depressed dog, depressed cat in fact gives you depression. It doesn't get depressed at all. It lives, it knows I am Satchidananda. It has no guilt. It will knock off a very expensive vase from the table, and then you are looking, oh my God, what? Yeah, you want me to knock off the other one too? I will oblige. That's what the cat will do. So they are happy being who they are. In this life, it is only a bhoga sharira. They are not karta, they are only bhokta. They are only just eating out, exhausting the previous karma from janmas. They are not collecting new karma. If a donkey kicks, it will not collect karma. Why? Because animals have freedom of action, yes, like us. But animals do not have freedom over action. You also have the freedom to kick, but you have the freedom not to kick. Donkey doesn't have freedom not to kick. If the sadhu goes and stands behind the donkey and the donkey kicks, will you blame the sadhu or the donkey? You will tell the sadhu, what's wrong with you? Why did you stand behind the donkey? That is what we will say. We are not going to blame the donkey. Donkey doesn't know any better. So in fact, the four-footed how? Four-footed in the sense of this, what is that? Catch, kill and eat mentality. This is the remnant of the bestial samskaras. What do we want now? Best samskaras to study Vedanta. But these are bestial. Bestial means from the beasts. From all the lives that we have led as beasts, we have got this catch, kill, eat mentality. Julius Caesar came to India. And what did he say? I came, I saw, and then what did I do? I conquered. Yes. That's what everybody is doing. You see, you catch, you kill, you eat. This is what the big tiger, big cats do in the wild. Catch. Catch the poor zebra that's running. And the zebra cannot even hide because white and black stripes. Where is it going to go? It's all open forests. You see You see all these National Geographic videos of the Serengeti forest and all these things. Where will it go? It's just this thing. They are all grazing and going, the vegetarian animals, and the non-vegetarian animals are also going, even though they don't eat grass. For them, it is lunch is going. Therefore, I have to go behind the lunch. Dinner is going, I have to go behind the dinner. Deer is going, I have to go behind the deer. And the deer looks back and says, oh dear, I better start running. And the deer runs. The big cat runs. And sadly, you know how it ends. But sometimes the deer gets very lucky. Extremely lucky. How does the deer get lucky? The deer cannot see color and all. The tiger actually surprises the deer. But then, what happened? In one video I saw, there were monkeys sitting on the tree. They had no problem seeing the stripes of the tiger. And they made a horrible noise and they warned the deer. And the deer just did a number on the tiger and escaped. But this is how animals are. Catch, kill, eat. Catch, kill, eat. This is what one has to do. But as a human being, I have to go away from this habit of catch, conquer, eat. See, what is that? I came, I saw, I conquered, I came, I caught, I killed, I ate. It's not the way to live. This is the way the person of desperation lives. Desperate in samsara, desperate to gain some accolades, desperate because under the grip of Maya, Vikshepa and Avarna. That's how the desperado lives like that. But we still think we have to catch, kill, eat, otherwise we will not get a promotion, otherwise we will not get ahead. I have to claim what is mine. And here, what is there? The contentment belongs not to the person who goes running around catching, killing, eating, but to the person who is sitting under a tree. Moolam taroho kevalam ashrayantaha. Whose real estate, whose home is under the tree. Which tree doesn't matter. If that tree gets food, not very nice shade, he will go to, or she will go to another tree. And then they have they eat with the finest of china. Bone china? Yeah, bone with a little bit of flesh and skin and blood. What is this bone china? Hands. Padidvaye bhoktum amantrayantaha, ready to eat. This is plate. And if you want spoon, you go like this. If you want fork, you will go like this. Very nice. Organic, yes. Organic, biodegradable. Yeah. Wash, wipe, eat, wash, wipe. Put your hands in the pocket. Simple. Very easy. And then what? So the one who discards Shri. Shri means wealth and possessions, like even an old rag. Kanthaviva Shriyamapi Utsayantaha. The one who disregards. Kaupiravantaha Khalu Bhagyavantaha. The most happy one. Bhagya means happy, fortunate, abundance. The abundance is in the heart. Doesn't come like behaving like these idiotic people described here. Present company excluded. But the people who don't know how they behave, how they run after materials, wealth, name, fame, all these things. They are, the Shruti says here, the text says they are no better than Chatushpadari, Abhinna, non-separate. I have to know I'm non-separate from Ishvara. I don't have to know I'm non-separate from animals. That is where I have evolved from. I have got this human janma with great difficulty. With absolute great difficulty, I have got this human janma. I have to make use of it. Oh God, please let me not waste it. That should be my prayer. Not running after these useless things. And then, aghatita ghatana, patiyasi maya. What we'll see then tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Namaha. Hari Om. No. Please come and get your song.